Yes, Your Honor, as head of the agency, based on our circular, he can appoint as special dispersing officers, Your Honor.
So what you are trying to tell me is that the governor of the province of Cagayan can appoint anybody or any employee of the government disregarding everything like their salary grades. They can be appointed by designated by the governor to be accountable officers.
Yes, Your Honor, from the circular that we issued, there is no, from my understanding, Your Honor, there is no salary grade requirement with respect to designation of special disbursing officer by the head of agency, Your Honor.
So long as a bond is provided for it.
Yes, Your Honor, and they are, yes, Your Honor, there is a band provided by the concerned employees, Your Honor.
May I know if the 14 persons mentioned who availed of cash advances, you flagged them, right?
Yes, sir.
And may I know the reason why in your report they were flagged?
Basing from our report, Your Honor, there were, can I just read my recommendation, Your Honor, with respect to the observation and findings that we had during our examination, Your Honor, if you will allow me, Your Honor.
Can the governor of Cagayan appoint himself as the accountable officer?
Your Honor, as a rule, no, because elected officials are to be granted cash advance only for official traveling expenses, Your Honor, based on our rules.
So, in if he cannot designate himself in one of the checks, I think, if I remember it right, siya rin ang accountable officer.
Sir, may I know, sir, if you're referring to the checks that we transmitted to your good to the
Yes.
good committee, Your Honor?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I please be provided with so that I can immediately check the documents, Your Honor, that I have with me, Your Honor.
Yeah, I will. Did the governor of Cagayan also avail of a cash advance?
Your Honor, with respect to these transactions, question transactions, Your Honor, can I just verify, Your Honor, to be sure? Yes, Your Honor, with respect to the question transactions.
Please.
Your Honor, please, with due respect, maybe please be given time to browse the documents that we received, to be sure, Your Honor, because there's a lot of documents in our possession, Your Honor. If you will allow us, please, Your Honor.
For the information of COA, just to remind you, you have submitted the document that was requested by this committee. You have submitted the document in which it states that by April 12, 2022, there is a cash advance made by Governor Mamba. Based on your report submitted to this committee. Gusto mo ipakita namin?
I mentioned, Your Honor, that I think
I stand corrected, Your Honors. Hindi galing sa inyo, galing nakuha namin sa kay COA Central Office.
thank
So
you, Your
wala
Honor.
kayong makita dyan. Pero mayroon kaming nakita submitted to us by the central office. Sa tanong ni Congressman Acop, Chairman Acop, with regards to the good governor being an appointive officer, at the same time, siya pa yung accountable officer, nangyari yun. Ayan, on the screen.
Your Honor, if I may respond, I think that is a confidential intelligence fund, Your Honor. If because
Is an order. Yung program na nakalagay.
usually, Your Honor, the confidential fund is in the peace and order plan of the.
So you're saying you don't have a copy because that is part of the intelligence fund?
Yes, Your Honor, they submit directly to the central office. We have a unit there in the central office that handles the audit of confidential intelligence funds, Your Honors.
You check your record because sa COA report nyo, plinag nyo nga yung peace and order budget during this time.
Yes, Your Honor, there was a disbursement coming from that fund because the fund is there were provisions there for assistance, Your Honor, and there were also provision an item there in that gives confidential and intelligence fund, Your Honor.
So you confirm that you flag it?
With respect to the observation, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Yes, Honor, yung that
Oh,
it was
confirmed.
included. Yes, Honor.
Chairman Ako, please proceed.
My questions would be addressed to the provincial accountant kasi siya ang nakakaalam lahat nito eh. Yung mga nangyayari. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, she is not present because of shall we say events beyond our control. So I rest, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Ako. The next to interpolate is Representative Ruel Gonzaga. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My question will be addressed to the Vice Governor. Earlier, you were asked by Congressman Lara with regard to appropriation ordinance, whether or not this no barangay, no town, the Oplantunong, Dulong sa barangay, no town left behind. My question is, meron ba siyang appropriation ordinance?
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, about the 1,000, there was none. Your
What's
Honors.
1,000?
About the pandemic assistance that they gave during the campaign, Your Honors.
So the pandemic assistance comprises of the no barangay, no town,
Mm.
Oplan Tulong, as well as no town left behind.
It's a different program, Your Honor.
So what is not covered by appropriation ordinance?
The COVID assistance, Your Honor.
Assistance.
Yes, Your Honor.
But the NBLB, NTLB, and the Oplan Tulong had appropriation ordinance.
The no barangay left behind as well as the no town left behind, Your Honors.
And the Oplan Tulong, the pandemic assistance, had no appropriation ordinance.
I know, Your Honor, there was no such program for the Oplan Tulong.
Thank you. I will address my question to the PLO. I think the PLO is around. There was a question addressed to the provincial treasurer earlier, and she was asked by Congressman, the Chairman Barzaga, with regard to the TRO. When the provincial treasurer received the TRO, she did not refer the matter to the provincial governor. Instead, she referred the matter to you. Is that correct?
They did, Your Honor.
When the provincial treasurer asked your legal advice on the matter, did you tell the governor about the TRO?
With respect to the matter, there was a discussion between me and Attorney Charo, Your Honor.
Did you
The Chief of Staff?
discuss the matter with regard to TRO with your governor, or did you not?
I was not able to, Your Honor.
So you,
Attorney, ito ka.
Mr.
Please,
Chair,
ilapit mo konti yung ano mo,
Yes.
microphone para marinig ka.
Yes.
Thank you.
so you did not discuss the TRO with your governor. Instead, you gave advice to your provincial officer to release the money intended for the programs.
Well, there was a time when I discussed the matter with the governor.
You said earlier you did not, right?
Your Honor,
You said earlier you did not discuss the matter with your governor.
I was saying that I was not able to discuss the matter with the governor lengthily, but I was cut by a member.
Yes, and because of there was a person who stopped you, you were not able to discuss the TRO with your governor, right?
I discussed the TRO, but it was not at length, Your Honor. The one I discussed it with is Attorney Charo, the Chief of Staff of the Governor.
You were not able to personally discuss the matter, particularly the TRO with your governor.
I was able to, Your Honor, but not at length. Because we were just meeting. Our discussion on the matter was just a few minutes at a time. Whenever, because it was during the campaign period and everyone was busy.
Up to what extent your discussion with your governor with regard to TRO?
I was able to discuss with him that there is a temporary restraining order issued on the no barangay left behind, the no town left behind, and the Oplan Tulong sa Barangay. And as earlier discussed with Attorney Charo, the no barangay left behind, there was no longer distribution on the no barangay left behind. The same is true with the no town left behind. And the Oplan Tulong sa Barangay is not a program of the provincial government of Cagayan, but it was just a slogan.
But the TRO covered the no barangay left behind and no town left behind programs.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And when you gave advice to the provincial treasurer to release the money intended for the programs covered by the TRO, you and only the other lawyer, the name of the lawyer, please,
Attorney Charo.
Attorney Charo, discussed the matters.
Yes, Your Honor.
And
But-
you two did not discuss the matter with your governor.
I did, but it was not that
That
a lengthy
length.
discussion. May I also say something, Your Honor, with respect to my advice with the treasurer, because considering that it was maybe she was just confused earlier, as I did not advise her to continue with the no barangay left behind, nor the no town left behind, because these programs were already done prior to the issuance of the temporary restraining order.
Therefore, the TRO is smooth and academic. Is that your point?
That is what we are arguing in court earlier, Your Honor. Because this was a case we argued, for the provincial government of Cagayan and Attorney Victor
Is it
Kasaway.
not a fact that the TRO has ripened to become a preliminary injunction.
It has not. It was not at that time, Your Honor. And
The effectivity of TRO is only for 72 hours, right?
yes, we even
Restraining order, the TRO.
we were even assailing the validity of the temporary restraining order by filing a motion for reconsideration, Your Honor. And we argued in that motion for reconsideration that the TRO could not have issued because of the absence of an affidavit of merit. The legal community would be one with me in a position that a temporary restraining order or an extension, therefore, could not issue without